Welcome back to David Docker. Got another series recap for you today. Orioles just beat the San Diego Padres 8-6. Won 1 out of 3 from that series. Another, series loss for the Orioles. That's our fourth loss in the last 5 series. It's been poop town. It's been poop town USA, but it's great that we haven't gotten swept since the Cubs. Because we got swept by the Cubs, lost to the Yankees, beat the Rangers, lost to the Marlins, lost to the Padres. Blue Jays come to town tomorrow. I digress. 1-2-3 against the Padres. Offense came alive in the third game. Pitching still needs some, issues addressed. We did trade for Zach Eflin and Sir Anthony Dominguez, but I hope Mike Elias has a few more tricks up his sleeve as the trade deadline is looming on Tuesday. But not really much else to say. I thought Albert Suarez did all right today. He did kind of, teeter out a little bit towards the end of that game, and he got pulled. And that's when the more runs started to pour in. I mean, they only ended up scoring 3 more, but I mean, I get antsy. Like, over the last few weeks with Greg Kimbrell blowing that save against Miami in Game 3, with him blowing that save in Game 1 against San Diego, I just get antsy towards the end of the game, and I hope Greg Kimbrell comes back, hungry, I guess, comes back ready to kind of prove himself and dissipate the kind of talk around him, because it's kind of been, he's had a really interesting season. Like, he started off really well, had a poor, 2 or 3 weeks, had another, great stretch, and then over the last, month or so, he's just kind of been so-so. So I hope he can dispel those, because I'm not really sure how many more high-end closers that are his level or above are available. There's no way, Class is going to he's not going to get traded. There's no way that dude on the Twins is going to get traded. There's no way Ryan Helsley's going to get traded. All these, high-end, top end of the reliever sphere, I really doubt that. I mean, obviously we have a plethora of prospects that we can deal, but I mean, I really doubt that those teams, because I mean, I honestly feel like some teams are more willing to deal starters than relievers, because relievers are at least have that level of consistency where it's you can expect them to go out and give you an inning of good work, as opposed to a consistent 5 or 6 from a starter. But we'll see. I thought Dean Kramer had a great start. Obviously, only 1 run over 6 innings, 7 strikeouts. But his undoing was the error from Ramon Arias. That ball that went under Ramon Arias' glove, Gunner's throwing error. It's just a lot of the defensive things I feel like when Kramer starts. I feel like he's been going out there and doing his best, but there's just been a lot of throwing errors with him and defensive stuff. So I feel really good about him. If we can make a trade that kind of puts him in the 5 spot in this rotation, I think that'd be really ideal. If we can end up with a rotation of Corbin Burns, Grayson, Eflin, and then somebody, and then Kramer, or I want somebody above Kramer. I love Dean Kramer, but I mean, I think the ideal, serious contender, because I mean, we're 62, 42. I'd still argue they're a contender. Nothing's really changed. It's just, teams have bad stretches. But if we can find a way to upgrade that rotation to a point where Dean Kramer's our 5 guy, and eventually, maybe a long relief guy in the postseason, I think that's 1,000 times more ideal than if we just, don't get another starter from here on out. But, I hope there's some prospect changes over the next few weeks as well. I talked about this in the last recap, but, with the whole Ramon Arias thing, Austin Hayes getting dealt, I think we could definitely expect or hope to see a Kobe Mayo, Jackson Holiday over the next few weeks. Because I just feel like baseline, I honestly expect more, and honestly, I think it's just more productive in general if we give Kobe Mayo some starts or just some playing time, as opposed to giving Ramon Arias playing time. I don't know if that's an interesting take, but I mean, I don't know. I think it's more productive for the future of the team if we give Kobe Mayo some play in August of a contending season, to let Ramon Arias kind of just putter around and, continue to offer us below average offense and frustrating defense. He won a Gold Glove 3 years ago. He is capable of being a solid defender, but he just had too many costly errors, and he just kind of feels like a hole. He's like an 8 or 9 guy. You're never gonna see him above those spots. But yeah, I hope to see. Connor Norby's been great. I think he struck out 3 times today, but I mean, he's been looking all right. Defense has been great from him. So I'd like to definitely see him consistently. Maybe if we could find a way to include Ramon Arias in a trade package and just free up that spot and, bring up a Kobe Mayo, Jackson Holiday, I think that'd be great. Trading for a potential power bat would also be really nice, like a Brent Rooker type, to fill that Austin Hayes hole. Because, I mean, Austin Hayes is by no means a power hitter, but he was someone that when he's hot, and he can get on base. We saw that yesterday when he got his first hit as a Philly in his first at-bat. So if he can replace him with a powerful outfield bat, which, I mean, Kobe Mayo's an infielder. I don't even know. I think he's like is he? Hold on, Kobe Mayo. I think he's an infielder. Third base and first base. So yeah, he's an infielder, and we don't really have anybody that really seems major league ready. But yeah, if we can get like a power righty bat before the trade deadline passes, I think that'd be awesome. A really good lineup today from Hyde. Obviously listening to or just seeing what's been happening with our lineups recently. Adley's, 8 for his last 60 or some bullshit like that. Like he's batting like 265 after batting 290 a few weeks ago, giving him the day off. I thought that was greatly appreciated. Gunnar with a single and a walk in his first start post mustache. That's just like a really funny, we could use as a catalyst for success over the next few weeks, similar to, the Grimace Mets, the gay Mets even. I think it's just like a fun kind of thing to rally around for the fans. Even though like that really has no effect on the locker room, I imagine. That's just like a fun, you can use that as a pinpoint from this date for hopefully, the next few weeks if we go on a good run. But yeah, great lineup from Hyde today. Kowser in the leadoff, Tony, Gunnar. Gunnar in the 3-hole is where I wanted to be. Honestly, I mean, like he's great in leadoff, but I just think 3-hole Gunnar's a lot more dangerous than the rest. Like obviously leading off with a homer is great and all, but I mean, I like to see Gunnar get on base and hit with runners in scoring position or runners on base. Like I just feel like that's much more valuable to the team because he has 28 homers, but like 10 of them have been solo, or like 10, like he's had like 9 leadoff and like he's had a few solo home runs. So I'd much prefer him potentially batting with more people on base than bases empty leadoff. But that's a completely different point. But yeah, I thought today was a good game. Like I said, pitching still needs some improvements. But yeah, I was happy with what I saw. I think today was, you could argue, a must-win game just for morale. Losing 2-3 from Miami. Had we gotten swept by San Diego, just would have been super low vibes. But I mean, giving the Adley the day off, doubleheader tomorrow, Eflin starting the game 1. Still a few more days on the trade deadline. Hopefully some more moves happen because we've gotten 3 players for relatively cheap. Like I'm not gonna really miss any of the guys that we traded. Like I loved Austin Hayes here, but I mean, in terms of what we got in return and kind of the hole that he left and what that could lead to in terms of potential future trades, I'm really happy to see that. But yeah, I think we'd still definitely have a lot more quarters in our pocket to trade at the arcade shop, whatever that saying is. But yeah, winning 1 out of 3 is not really ideal. But in terms of the attitude of the team at this point, I think it's just a huge morale boost. I think it means big things for the next few weeks, especially with the trade deadline still ahead of us. So yeah, that's my Orioles rant recap. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.